So zero has one round. Betting time is open. Also, of course, Bundesliga record. Let's take a look at some of the Bundesliga records that involves the goals. Well, the highest number of goals scored overall in Bundesliga history is for Bayern München. So overall, in Bundesliga history, Bayern München has scored 4,108 goals. And by the way, the highest number of goals scored in one season, that is 101. So the record of highest numbers of goals scored in one Bundesliga season, is 101, and that was achieved by Bayern München in 1971 and 1972 Bundesliga season. So let's take a look at a little bit of stats from that year. League table. So Bayern München won the league, and that season they had 102 goals being scored in 34 matches. So in 34 matches they scored 101 goals. Let's count how many goals on average that is per match. At 101 divided by 34, and that's meaning per match. So they scored 2.9 goals for every matchup. So quite good. Schalke finished in second place. Bayern won the league that year with 55 points. And Lichek, welcome to the table. So Lichek, hello, how are you, by the way? How's your day going, man? All good? Now let's go. Alright, so let's hope for those numbers to land there, players. Let's hope for those numbers to land. So in the second place, we had Schalke, third Borussia Mönchengladbach, third Fortuna, fourth Köln, fifth Eintracht Frankfurt, sixth Hertha, seventh Kaiserslautern. Also, from the teams that are now under in the 17th place, yes, Borussia Dortmund were relegated that year. Yes, Borussia Dortmund that season in 34 matches, by the way, they only had 6 wins. Yes, 6 wins only for Borussia Dortmund in that season's league campaign. But they played. That was 50 years ago they played. This Bundesliga season was 50 years ago. And let's take a look at others. Let's take a look at other stats because from the goal scoring point of view, yes, Borussia Dortmund have scored less goals this season than Bayern München, but still. Borussia Dortmund are also looking quite good from the goal scoring point of view as well. So 80 goals this season have been scored by Borussia Dortmund, and overall looking quite good at attack, especially if there's one player who certainly is looking great on attack. That is Jadon Sancho. Yes, and overall, the Yellow have scored 80 goals this season. Thus far, a new goal club record after 29 matches. They are also worth mentioning that they are just as Bayern München isn't just 2 goals shy. Bayern München is just 2 goals shy of having Barwe, and was in section number of wins. Barwe slowly but surely. The next spin will be here in just a few seconds time. So next spin is approaching us slowly but surely. Let's go. And here it is. Yes, with Bayern München, is 2 goals away from equaling the last season's goal scoring tally. Borussia Dortmund is just 2 goals away of equaling their best ever goal scoring tally. So right now it is 80, and as I mentioned, only 2 goals away. So the mathematics is easy. So 82 goals is the best ever. That most amount of goals that Borussia Dortmund have ever scored in a single Bundesliga campaign. That is Barwe, and that did. Going for next spin, and that did happen in 90. Not in 19. My apologies. In 2005, 2015, 2016 Bundesliga campaign, and I do think 2015. 2015, 2016. By the way, what's the most interesting part of all this? Dortmund finishes in the second place, 10 points behind Bayern München that year. And even more so is the worth mentioning the fact that season, Borussia Dortmund scored more goals, 2 more goals than Bayern München. The main differential though is obviously the defense though. because in 2016, 2015, 2016 Bundesliga campaign, well, now let's good luck. Bayern München conceded only 17 goals throughout the whole season. Only 17 goals conceded for Bayern München throughout the whole season, and their home record, well, Italians Arena, well, that year was also well pretty good. 15, well, 17 matches played, 15 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So, and well, 23 wins. How things are looking for them at the moment. All this far by München at home. Well, 2 losses and 2 draws. So yeah, well, a little bit worse off. Well, a little bit worse off though. Slightly, a little bit worse off. And now a bit good luck. So yeah, well, the spin has been made. Well, of course, well, with Borussia Dortmund. And well, worth mentioning that, of course, well, if we are speaking about Borussia Dortmund, well, we definitely, well, can, well, of course, well, one player is definitely that we have to mention is Jadon Sancho, because, well, Jadon Sancho is, I think, yeah, well, Erling Braut Haaland, well, unfortunately, was not able to play in the matchup against Paderborn. Well, that was due to the injury that he suffered in the game against Bayern München. But already, well, Jadon Sancho, well, shone quite brightly in yesterday's matchup. So Jadon Sancho, well, scored his 15th Bundesliga goal, his 15th goal in the Bundesliga this season, while making him the first player since the beginning of the data analysis, well, collection, well, since 2004, 2005, to score 15 goals and 15 assists, well, in the Bundesliga season body. So, of course, Jadon Sancho, I don't even imagine, well, which clubs, well, might be able to afford him. So, of course, well, those in the very top of the cream, though. Those clubs at the very top of the cream of the world football. So I'm speaking money-wise, though. I'm speaking money-wise, of course. Well, Adi, welcome to the table. So, just unbelievable, just unbelievable. And well, worth mentioning that there was quite interesting first half. Well, there was only one foul in the first half between Paderborn and Dortmund. That was for Thomas Delaney in the 27th minute. Well, that's the negative Bundesliga record, well, since 2004, 2005. So, well, certainly, well, the first half, well, I won't say it was lacking action, but I'll be honest. Well, the first half of that game certainly, was sort of disappointing, but definitely, well, what we were lacking in the first half, well, after, well, getting, well, a goal is 1-1, 0-0 on the scoreboard, well, the second half certainly and massively did deliver. So, yeah, well, 6 goals were scored by Borussia Dortmund in that second half. Fantastic performances right there. And well, going for the next spin. And by the way, worth mentioning that this season also, well, has been quite good for other Borussia, though. Well, for Borussia Mönchengladbach, and well, for Borussia Mönchengladbach, and well, certainly this is a quite interesting situation that we currently have going on right there. So, well, what will be the next winning number? So that is 5 from the tier section. Yes, 5 from the tier section has 1 round. So because for Borussia Mönchengladbach, thus far they have picked up 56 goals, well, this season. Going for the next spin. They have picked up 56 goals, well, this season thus far. Well, and by the way, well, that is the winning 56 points in the first 29 games for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Well, are currently their best Bundesliga record season in 36 years. But yes, Borussia Mönchengladbach is currently having their best Bundesliga season in 36 years. How many points did they collect as well last season? Let's take a look. Well, last season they had 55, so already, well, having beaten their last season's goal-scoring tally. Well, last season, by the way, they finished, well, just 1 point shy apologies. Well, not just 1 point shy, well, 3 points shy of the Champions League football, their players. But, well, they had previously qualified for the Champions League as well. We have seen Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Champions League. By the way, when was that? Well, let's see, 22nd time in a row, by the way. Well, all right, so let's try and find Borussia Mönchengladbach. Here it is. And, well, the Champions League, well, by the way, last time the Borussia Mönchengladbach played in the Champions League, their players was in 2015, well, 2016, 2017 Champions League campaign. It didn't go very well, though. That's the group stage. Well, they only had one win. But, well, these are the home stats, well, for Borussia Mönchengladbach in Champions League. So, while they in the group, well, in 2016 they were drawn